first off, STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And I think it goes back to even when I was a little kid. And growing up on the farm, I was really fortunate. I feel like growing up I didn't have much, but I didn't realize how much I had. And so my playground was 40 acres, and I might ask, like, why is there an oxbow in the creek but not know what an oxbow was? And then, or why is there water going down a hillside when it hasn't rained for weeks? And so, or why is that same water going down the hillside, this awesome ice slick that my cousins and I would push each other down in the middle of winter? So I think it's my just innate curiosity and like, how does the world work? That's that. And so as I've been blessed in my career for teaching, I've taught for 33 years, and just having the possibilities to travel the world, travel the nation, and see all the opportunities. A lot of other folks may not have those same possibilities, but I have the ability to share it. And so we don't know what we don't know. And so I look at it as, how can I help others find out what they can do? When I was in Washington, D.C. for a year as an Albert Einstein Fellow, I worked closely with our DoD STEM ambassador, and Julio was our ambassador out in San Diego, California. He was a calculus teacher, and he really promoted English language learning, and particularly working with the Spanish community and really pushing calculus to underserved populations. Working with him and helping him promote STEM literacy or math literacy was just a great way, or a stepping stone for me to do the same thing back in the classroom. And so I was encouraged to apply, and my focus is just collaborations and how can we do more with helping people within the community with cybersecurity issues and keeping their data safe. So those are some ones that I would really like to promote this year. So this summer I had the privilege of meeting with some folks from Muscatine Power and Water. They reached out last spring, and we're developing some ways to have 8th graders try to possibly create videos to help people just even with passwords, or even secure their data. Every day there's another phishing scheme. Banks are sending out information. It's really quite alarming, like how to help not just our students, but the population as a whole. And when there's a 70% increase with cybersecurity, with data breaches, not just within utilities across the country, but it's happening in our schools, and breaches of data in finances too. So it's just, how do we help protect members of our community better? So there's 30 of us nationwide. There's 2 of us with Naval STEM. My partner in crime, or I should say, is she's from Guam, and so we kind of tease each other like we need to find a way to get to Guam this year, but I don't know that will happen. But it's really fun. The difficulty is the person I'm working with. She's got a 15-hour time difference, and then the folks in Washington, D.C. are on Eastern time. So it's just like, even in today's world, when we have a shortage of STEM labor, and there's only one country in the world that will have a surplus by 2030, and that's India. And so there's various communities throughout the world and our country right now who we have to deal with those time zone changes anyway. So it's like thinking about that as a future barrier, and how do we overcome that as well is kind of a unique challenge. I guess I really enjoyed that component of it. I had the privilege of recently traveling to Washington, D.C., and I've met a lot of people that I've networked with, collaborated with, just ways to even do curriculum. In a couple of weeks, I'll be out in Portland, Oregon, working with the folks from Kid Museum. And so I'm super excited, because what I do on a really small level here in Muscatine, Iowa, they're working with everybody in the whole DMV region, which is the DC, Maryland, Virginia, with 4,000 students. And so it's just a way to collaborate, share ideas with people. And it's not just me getting to share out, but I get to take it back and then build, grow, and then also help folks within our region, our state, and just get a chance to really promote STEM education at a larger level. Every day I not only just learn from outside, but I also learn from the students. They're my best teachers. And so it's like when I try an activity, I actually ask them weekly on reflections. What's your favorite thing we did this week? What's your least favorite thing this week? I give them a chance to ask questions. They'll ask me simple questions like, why are we doing binary? When will I ever use this again? Or maybe they'll ask me, why are we building domes? Or why are these structures important? And so it's a great way to help answer those questions and then see the importance. Like, they might not say it out loud in class, but they might write it and then give that feedback. So I think this type of success breeds success, and so the more I do that, the more I love it. I love seeing people from all over the country and even all over the world. It's just when I can have somebody on LinkedIn from across the country and just have messages or just ways to connect. What are you doing? Or different thought partners. And so it's like, what are you doing maybe in Ohio, or what are you doing out in New York or California? And it's just ways to share. It's like we're more alike than what we think, even though our school or our systems may look different. And so how can we help promote STEM education? And like I said, I think there's an urgency because there is going to be a shortage in STEM labor. So how do we help ignite that passion with our young people?